It appears tonight the most explosive political battle of the year is over.
Yeah, Democrats and Republicans have argued for weeks at the state capitol over how to punish people who pay 16 and 17-year-olds for sex. Well, KCAL News political reporter Tom Wade is here to explain how this played out.
Yeah, it turned out to be a lot of acrimony, as you can imagine. So this all started a couple of weeks ago with a Democrat introducing a new law to crack down on those who solicit 16 and 17-year-olds for sex. Well, several progressive Democrats wanted to soften the bill over concerns about impacts to people of color and minors. That's when tensions exploded. In Sacramento, they've been at each other's throats for weeks.
You sit there and you water down the penalties.
Let's be extraordinarily clear. California has tough laws on the books to protect our children.
The harsh words are over a new bill that would allow prosecutors to charge felonies on suspects who solicit 16 and 17-year-olds for sex. But progressive Democrats tried to essentially tank the bill, claiming the bill could be used to abuse people of color and teens who are close in age.
The loitering provision, which I've heard concern about, and this provision related to 16 and 17-year-olds in terms of how it's applied and whether it's applied equitably. We all know that in the past, law enforcement has discriminatorily applied certain provisions of California law against particular communities. So I think that concern is real.
But Governor Newsom and some fellow Democrats weighed in, slamming their own members, saying there should be no question that soliciting teens for sex should be a felony, period. State Republicans say Democrats who oppose this bill are out of touch.
This is a no-brainer. It's about protecting kids. And I give credit to Governor Newsom for weighing in on this. At least, I'm very happy. I'm willing to criticize him on other things, but on this one, he weighed in. This is no brainer. It's about protecting our children, the most essential role of government's public safety.
In the end, the Democrats who opposed the bill backed down. Soliciting a 16 or 17-year-old for sex would be an automatic felony, except in the rare case that the suspect is within 3 years of the victim's age.
But the important thing to understand, because there's been so much misinformation about this particular bill over the last 10 days, it is already a felony in the state of California to contact or communicate or attempt to contact or communicate with a minor to engage in sexual activity.
I always say Democrats in my district are not the same as the supermajority up here. They're out of step with reality in a lot of ways. One of the other examples is Prop 36. Here's an initiative that passed over 70% of the vote. Every single county across California has voted affirmative, 70% of the vote. And I'm waiting to see next week if Governor Newsom is going to actually fund Prop 36.
Today, the bill passed a key vote, but it still has to get through the full vote in the Assembly and the state Senate. But it does appear right now that the bill has the votes and it does have the governor's support. Pat?
All right. Thanks for explaining all of that to us, Tom.